Hey everybody. Here I am finally at 4. Whew. And my hair is still wet because I took like a 4-minute shower. It was probably one of the fastest ones in my life. But I made it, and I'm sorry I did it a little bit late. So I'm going to wipe this a little bit. Feel like I was looking a little fuzzy. This has just been an off day altogether. We had somebody who came over and washed our windows, and he just left a little while ago. And another guy dropped off some stone. You know, springtime cleaning and stuff, getting done. And then I also came on late because as demonstrators, we're able to. Today was the day, and they didn't release it till 2:00. So that was not enough time for me to look through the new catalog. They released just online, so anyone who is a demonstrator, we can go on our demonstrator website, and I don't know what just fell, but we're gonna be okay. We can go on the demonstrator website today and see the new catalog that's going to come out in June for customers. But some fun little perks as a demonstrator. And I had someone who just signed up today because they love the product, and I was like, why don't you just get a discount? Seriously. If you love Stampin' Up! Product, and you love playing with it, and you order semi-regularly, you want to order every month or every other month, it's just a fun idea to join. Join my team, and you'll see even how much more fun it is. There's just fun little perks, because in May, I think starting May 5th, as demonstrators, we can pre-order stuff from the new catalog before it actually comes live for customers. That gives us time to play with stuff and make a few things before it comes live, and we can kind of show off what you can make with some of the stuff. And for hobby demonstrators, if you just sign up just for the discount, it's just fun and exciting to be able to get things early. And get your 20% discount. And then after you have so many sales, I think after you get $1,800 in sales, which maybe takes a year or so, for some people it takes just a few months. Depends on how much you get, or if you get a few people to order from you. Then you get a 25% discount. And so it's just fun to get the discount. It's fun to be able to get those little perks. Fun to go to the events like this year in November. Hopefully all this coronavirus stuff and stay-at-home things will be done. I pray. And in November, we're doing a big on-stage event in Salt Lake City. And that's kind of the hub. Hey, Stephanie. Yeah, you made it on time because I just started at 4 today. This was a weird day. So, glad you came and saw me live. I love live visitors. But I was just talking about on stage, there's fun events that happen for demonstrators too. So there's no pressure to be a demonstrator, but if you like the fun little perks, and every week we get a weekly Stampin' Up! Email that kind of gives us a spotlight on product and some ideas. So it's fun to be a demonstrator. I love it. And my team and my Aunt Kathy, who's my upline, so her downline, which I am one of, and then my downline together, we do an every other month meeting, which we had to cancel our April one, but hopefully in June we can meet again. And it's fun to do those demonstrator meetings, and we stamp together, so I love being a demonstrator. In February, I hit my 15th stamp anniversary, so I have been doing this for a long time, and I love showing you guys new stuff. Today we're going to talk about paper pumpkin a little, because I did just get my April paper pumpkin. It's very sweet. So I'll show you paper pumpkin again, just real quickly. And we're going to talk about the stamp set Music from the Heart. And I also came on later because I wanted to print up. We just saw all the retiring lists, and I wanted to print those up. So I'll kind of walk through. I didn't have as much time as I wanted to look through those things and kind of share some of my favorite stuff retiring, but we'll talk a little bit about that too. But before we just talk about retiring lists, let's look at paper pumpkin first, so you can look at some cards. So let's turn around. And we'll look at the paper pumpkin first. Which this is the little half of the tree. I'll show you when I opened my box, we got 8 cards, so four of 2 different designs, and they're kind of fun folds. They're different than just a normal fold of a card. It also gave us a little tease for March, or no, May. May comes after April, right? And our little tease of what's coming in May is in black and white because they're going to share in May. We're going to get some of the in colors that will come in the new catalog for the new year. And I have already seen them because I've looked in the new catalog and they're going to be pretty colors. Just saying. I'm excited. One of them has cinnamon in it and one of them is bumblebee. So kind of cute. So the May one, I think it's going to have rainbows too. There was something else, kind of a clue they gave us. So kind of fun. We'll have new colors. Then when you open up your paper pumpkin, again, this is a great subscription. I'm telling you people, only $22. That includes the shipping. It goes directly to your house. You can skip any month you want, or if you need to skip. But they're just fun, great ideas. So this is 8 cards, 8 matching envelopes. It gives you the stamp set that you need, and it gives you instructions when you open on the inside. So this one shows you that your stamp is actually, the one that it gives you for the tree is kind of like half of the tree. So just going to show you real quick, because sometimes people do get confused by the instructions, but... So this card, this is going to be your tree, and the bottom folds up, so it's a different fold, but it's fun. I'm going to fold it back down while I stamp over. This one has a little bit of, let me straighten this for you. I feel like it's a little crooked. Now they give you a little Stampin' spot, but I'm going to use my... This is even a lighter green, a soft sea foam. And I'm just gonna tap it, get all the leaves covered in green. And so you're gonna stamp this way when you're looking at your tree. And this is where you're kind of stamping over some of the flowers. So you're lining up, I'm looking at some of those yellow dots and lining up the centers in some of those flowers. And you know what? It's okay if it's not perfect, but it fills in a little bit of the green and it stamps kind of over those flowers. But the flowers that are already under there kind of are a guideline to show you where to stamp. So you can line up the bottom leaf. Again, I'm looking for the centers of the flowers to line up, and I'll stamp that again. So you stamp twice and you've got filled out your tree. Isn't that pretty? And then they give you extra. This is what I love about Paper Pumpkin too, because you only have 4 cards, but I think they gave us 6 tree bases, which is fun. And I'll show you, just for time's sake, I won't stamp the whole thing, but I'll show you a few different kind of versions and ways I made them. So they open up like this. After you filled in the tree, they give us little extra birds, and I think I had like 8 leftover birds. They gave us little, these little stick-on, what do you call them? Just little embellishments to add some fun to the centers of the trees, center of the flowers in the trees. This one I also did in the light, and then I said to my wonderful mom and dad, and I'm going to send that to my in-laws. I've already got people in mind who I'm going to send these to. So this one was all centered on gems. Yeah, something like that. Thanks, Stephanie. This one I stamped in a little bit darker so it matched the bottom. So it looks a little bit more like a summery tree. I'll always be here. I'm glad you are my family. I love that. I'm glad you're my family. I didn't stamp inside that one. Did I stamp inside this one? To my wonderful mom and dad. Yes, I'm glad you are my family. So that's the tree one. And again, you can kind of put whatever sentiment you want on there. You can follow exact orders. You could change up the colors if you have different colors. So I love that you can follow exactly what they do, or you can do your own thing. With the other card, well, let me show you. You get 8 of these matching coordinating. They're really pretty little envelopes. So $22 for 8 cards, 8 envelopes, a whole stamp set. I just think is amazing. Now the other card is a fancy fold and folds in and out like this, which is kind of fun. So when it comes, it was like laying flat like this, and it's already scored for you, and it's got that pretty like decor behind it. And then again, we've got extra leaves. I think I had like 8 extra butterflies that just pop out. So they're just die cut pieces. You get the ribbon, you get everything that goes with it, which is so cool. So this is the way that it showed how to do it. I did one different because I really liked all the words that it said. So I just cut out some vellum, and I wanted to show mostly that, and I put this on the inside. And then because it's a fancy fold, you can stamp wherever you want. You can stamp on this panel and here. So this one I made a Mother's Day. I'm glad you are my family. Family where life begins and love never ends. Never ends. Happy Mother's Day. So I made that one a little different. And then I wanted to show you, I stepped up this one a little more even, and I made this one into an easel card. Huh? Isn't that fun? So I stamped some vines. So that was from a different stamp set that I have. I'm going to send this to one of my sisters because this one says, "To my wonderful sister." So when I folded it this way, there was a little bit left over. Because see, if you fold it the way that it came, there's a little extra piece, and I cut that off so that it lined up exactly, so you could just fold it down like a normal card. But because it's already had this score, I was like, oh, I want to do an easel card. So I trimmed this, and instead of going this way, I went up and down. So I trimmed this piece, just put it up here. Used all the same elements, so I added the leaves and the butterfly to my wonderful, and then I put sister on the inside. And then I stamped it a little above and beyond because I'm sending it to my sister. And they give you this extra little stamp, and here you use just the half piece to make a little smaller tree. Isn't that so cute? That little smaller tree. So, and I don't think my sister watches my live videos, so I'm not giving anything away. So she'll get this for Mother's Day. But what a wonderful thing that Stampin' Up! Made this paper pumpkin to send things to for Father's Day, Mother's Day. They've got cute little trees. And then I didn't finish these cards. Hey, Chris. Oh, you're fine. Sometimes things happen. I did a couple extra little things that I'll put on cards, but this tree you can turn into what looks like a hydrangea. Isn't that pretty? So I stamped this in Rococo Rose, right on Rococo Rose paper. Used one of the extra leaves I got and just put that under the flower. And then stamped, "I'm glad you are my family." And then this one I can put on the front of a card. "I'll always be here for you," and just with the tree. And I love trees. I don't know, they're so cool because you could send that to a guy or a girl. Trees are just beautiful. God's creation. Love it. So that's a couple things that I made on my own. And I did, Stampin' Up! Is really good about, let me find the instructions. I didn't get that inspiration just out of nowhere. Because look, they made a little fall tree. So the paper pumpkin on the back of the instructions said, here's the cards you're going to make. Look, you can make some extra things with some of the extra pieces we have and the extra pieces in your stamp set. So they gave that little fall tree example and this hydrangea, which mine looks very similar to what they did. I did a pink hydrangea too. So I love that they do give us some clue of what are some other things you can do with your kit. So I highly recommend Paper Pumpkin if you like not having to think about what you're doing. It's already created plan for you. They're cute cards that you can send off and are paper hugs. to send to people that you love. And even more now, I think we need to keep the paper hugs going, don't you? Totally. Okay, before I get to the Music from My Heart stamp set, dum dum dum. Okay, you're not even going to be able to read this. Look at this, how tiny this print is. It's so crazy. So there are plenty of things retiring from, that is the list from the spring Catty. I'm knocking things over. That's all right. There are plenty of things that are staying, which is good. I think From My Heart is one of them that is going. Thanks for the Laughs is also going. That was a cute set of sayings. Let's see. I think the Heart to Heart is going. Maybe it's just the bundle. Yeah, a lot of the paper is going. The Grace's or not the bundle, but the Grace's Garden is staying, which is awesome. Both these, well, I don't wanna lie. This Forever Blossom stamp set and the dies is staying, but I believe the Parisian Beauty with the Eiffel Tower and stuff, I'm kind of sad. I wish I could have played with that more. I do believe that is retiring. So sad. So customers, even you guys, if you're not demonstrators, you should still be able to see the retiring list. And I just would say, get things fast. If there's stuff that's retiring that you want, I would put an order in very soon. Especially if you have in colors. Any of the in colors are primary colors right now. Ooh, this, I'm so excited. This is staying. This will be in the new catalog. So yay. These are some of my favorite dies ever. I love the Stitch So Sweetly dies. They're amazing. Morning Star, is that going? I think that's going. Yes. Morning Star is going. Boohoo. French Countryside, is that one going? Yes, it is. Bye bye French. These two are staying, Positive Thoughts and the My Meadow. This one is retiring, French Countryside. Beautiful, kind of delicate. You could make old-fashioned looking cards. Ooh, all this stuff is staying. I'm so happy, although I don't know if they're retiring the paper. See, page 25. Oh, they are. So the stamp set and everything will stay, and the dies will stay for both of these, but they are retiring this paper. Man, friends, if you did not get this paper, you're going to want to get it before it retires. This was just gorgeous paper. I loved this paper. Oh my goodness. So that is retiring. They don't often keep designer paper longer than one little season. And if you want the whole suite, you know, the whole suite, they're just going to be sold separately in the annual catalog. So if you want the whole suite, you kind of get it, you have to get those things. So that designer paper is going. This stamp set is staying, Beautiful Moments. That's returning in the annual catalog, which is nice. Beautifully Braided, is that one retiring? I think it is. Maybe it's just, no, it is. This one's going to be gone. I think that means the Beautifully Braided Punch is also retiring. Maybe, maybe. I don't really know. So don't take me on that. The Honey Bee dies and stuff. Are they retiring? Oh my goodness. I don't believe it. They are retiring the Honeybee stamp set and the dies. This was actually really popular and was back order for a while, but it is back in stock. So if you want the Honeybee dies, I would get those pronto. because they are retiring. Darn it. On one thing that I'm going to show is this breathtaking bouquet. I think in next week or the week after I had planned to show this, and it's retiring. And it's a beautiful background. I'm going to show you some pretty stuff with it. I think this was kind of a hidden, people didn't see a whole lot made with it, but it's really pretty. After I show it in a couple weeks, you're going to want it, and it's probably going to be gone by then, which is sad. Sad. Oh no, are they retiring the Bonanza Buddies? I hope not. I don't think No! Okay, see, obviously I didn't get a good look at this list. They are retiring the whole Bonanza Buddy. Aw, that was such a cute set. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get rid of that one too soon. Darn it, they're retiring all that. I know, they've got to get rid of stuff, but sometimes it just seems too fast, too soon. That's sad to me. Okay, they're also retiring this Birthday Jubilee. Some pretty intricate dies with the flower and the celebrating you and the little happy birthday. So Birthday Jubilee, that is also going. Again, any of these retiring things, if you like, this is staying in the catalog. Let's see, is Label Me Bold staying? Nope, Label Me Bold is retiring as well. Man, they're retiring a lot of stuff. Witty Isms, that's retiring too. That's going to be gone. The Witty Isms. Oh, hallelujah, they're keeping the tropical Oasis stuff. But I think they're retiring the Coastal Weave embossing folder. Which that's sad to me, because I liked that basket weave embossing folder. So they are retiring the folder, but they're not retiring the dies and the stamp set. But I think the Memories and More stuff is retiring, and all the accessory stuff. The paper, that's all retiring. So if you had just part of it and you want it, the rest of it, get it now. Okay, so that's staying. Layered with Kindness. I think that stamp set is retiring as well. Under My Umbrella, this stamp set is staying, but it's not going to be a bundle anymore. And, oh goodness, I'm knocking things over. And I think I can tell you, because I'm not showing you a picture, but there's going to be another stamp set that matches with the same umbrella punch, which I think is brilliant. I think they should do that more. Stampin' Up! Should make more stamp sets that match our punch, so our punches go a longer way. The Timeless Tulips is going to stay. I'm just... hang in with me, friends, because I'm not going to go through the whole annual catalog list. I'm just doing the spring one. I think this one's retiring because it would take me like an hour to go through the annual catalog. What's this one called? Full of Happiness. Yep, that one's retiring. I think most of the Easter ones are. Easter Promise. That's retiring. Welcome Easter. Yep, these are all retiring. All the Easter ones are retiring and won't be back. I think the Country Club. So they did a little tribute to all the golfers, but it's gone. It's going to go. So if you like that golfing stuff, better get it, because that's all going. This is staying, I believe. Now, some of the bundles won't be offered as bundles. Pedal to the Metal, I think those are retiring. I just showed Outdoor Barbecue. I don't think I saw that in the new catalog. Yeah. Darn it. Yep, this one's retiring, and this one's retiring. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope that one's not retiring. I was still thinking about getting that one. Do the Impossible. Yep, it's retiring. It's going to. Do the Impossible. If you want to cheer somebody on doing something, better get that one. Oh, good. The mountain ones are staying. Yay. So more time to play with the mountains. I believe this stamp set and dies are staying, but the designer paper that is gorgeous, that's gonna go. So, and these are, I think, even on sale. Let me look. Best dressed cards, no cards on envelope. Yes, guys, the best dressed note cards, these cute little note cards, Amy Capodice. If you watch this later, watch the replay, they're on sale for only $4 now. That's 24 cards for only $4. They're half off right now with those cute little scalloped envelope. They're so cute. So if you like those little note cards that you could put a little thank you for somebody, get those. I'm pretty sure most of our card kits are going. Yes. 3 cheers for you. I believe this kit, which is a really cute kit, it was originally $30 and it's 40% off. So this $30 kit that gives you enough stuff to put together 16 cards is now on sale for only $18, guys. Only $18. That's just a little over $1 a card. For a cute card you get to put together. Comes with the cute little box and all the little pieces, the birds. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. And comes with a whole thing of twine. That's an awesome deal. 40% off. I think this product suite that I showed you guys in one of my videos is on sale too. Yes. This is a $70 suite or product medley. And it's 40% off. It was $70. And it comes with the stamp set, a ton of paper, extra little pieces, and dies. And some ribbon and little elements too. And it's on sale for $42. $42 for all of that. That's awesome. Instead of $70. So there are a few things on sale. I just went through a quick walkthrough of the spring catalog, but the whole annual catalog, there are things going in that too, and that's a longer list. And I'll show you why I'm not going through the whole annual catalog, because this is how many pages of that tiny print of stuff that is retiring in the annual catalog. Oh my goodness. Okay, now when you look at the retiring list, I did want to share some things. When you look at the retiring list in the annual catalog, almost all the blends markers, it looks like they're retiring all of the markers. They are retiring these, but they're changing the numbers and they're reconfiguring. They're working on them or something, and they're changing the numbers. It says, these items are not retiring, but being reconfigured with a new item number and name. Okay, so the blends markers, they're just changing the colors. Now, one shocking thing that I did just see as I was looking at this quick is I see the embossing buddy and almost all the embossing powder. The Stampin' white, shimmer black, black Stampin' embossing powder, copper embossing powder. There's a lot of embossing powder that is retiring. So if you like the Versamark and embossing powder, I hope not all of it. I didn't get a good enough look at the new catalog, but I think a lot of our embossing powder is going. So, yeah, Stephanie, the blends are not going. The blends markers, I love the blends too. They're just changing the numbers. So don't be scared by that. But you might be scared by the embossing powder all going, because I really love embossing. I end up embossing on almost 1 or 2 examples out of everything, every suite or bundle that I work with. I emboss something because I love it. I love the look. In fact, I'm going to emboss for you today, guys. So get that embossing buddy and get the embossing powder and the Versamark pad before I should look. If they are retiring the Versamark pad, then they are probably retiring, which I cannot even imagine. Why would they do that? I hope they're not doing that. They are retiring all the snail adhesive. They're coming out with a new, so I'll give you another little woohoo fun tidbit. They're coming out with a new adhesive, one that's just for cards and one that's a little bit stronger for like 3D boxes and stuff. So I'm curious about that. I don't see right now, I don't see the Versamark pad, so hopefully they're keeping some of the embossing powder. I sure hope so. And you'll want to check out, you guys will want to check out the retired list, because a lot of the embellishments like ribbon, some of the colored buttons, cork embellishments, metal embellishments, floral centers, rhinestones, that kind of stuff. Just check it out, because right now some of it's 30, 40, 60% off. So some of them are on sale. So I would check out the retired list and see if there's anything you like. Okay? So quickly, I'm just going to show you a few cards from Music from the Heart. And I believe this is one that is retiring, which is kind of sad. For your music lovers, if you know people who are music lovers, this is a cute set. And I love puns too, so I love the Forget Your Troubles. Just a note is cute. You rock. So I want to show you, super easy. This is a 1-layer happy birthday. And I just, when you have your stamps, and I stamped the lines down first. So I just stamped and I did all of this in black and white. And then I do have the black blends. So I colored in the piano a little bit. So I stamped, and they give you your individual notes. So you can just pop the notes on there. I did not go over a couple notes there. So this is a super easy, just no extra layers cards, but I love the little heart that they put in the treble clef. It's so cute. Here's another one that I made, and it says just a note as well, and then I stamped the lines below. And this I used my stamparatus. Again, I had showed that to you last week. But the stamparatus is a fun way, again, for perfect placement. And I was going to show you real quick with some, and I'm not going to stamp the whole card for you, but just to show you how you can make it with different colors. And I've got right now the Just a Note. Maybe I'll do Happy Birthday to switch it up. Where is the Happy Birthday? Here's the Happy Birthday from the Music from My Heart. Line that up straight. And when you're stamping with the photopolymer, so our totally clear stamps, you do want the foam. There's a foam layer that they give you in the stamparatus. You want the foam layer, and so they do give you grid paper to stamp on, so you can make sure your paper's lined up straight. So I'm going to put my paper how am I going to line it up? See, it's nice because sometimes when you stamp down, it might pick up your paper a little bit. So it's nice to have the grid paper so I can know exactly where I've got my paper lined up. So if you can see at the bottom, I'm an inch over, and then I'm down to the 1/6 inch down here. So I want to move my Happy Birthday over a little bit. Get that straight. Okay, so that's where I want my Happy Birthday to go. Or start, I guess. And this time let's do it in we'll do it in 2 different blues, Pretty Peacock and Coastal Cabana. Okay, so this is the fun of doing perfect placement with our stamparatus. So Carol, if you are watching this, you just ordered the stamparatus. This is something else you can do. And guys, too, there's lots of, there are a lot of YouTube videos and other things out there if you're looking at trying to learn more about your stamparatus. Now, one thing you can do if you don't like that it's tilted when you're trying to ink is put a stamp pad or a case underneath your, oops, that was a little too far. So that it's a little bit more even when you go to ink up your stamp. Okay. So I inked it up in Pretty Peacock. I'm going to stamp down, press down on my thing. Then I'm going to just lift up my page and put it down one. I'm just putting it down one hinge. So I didn't even re-ink it. So it's just going to get lighter every time I pick it up, and I'm going to stamp it one more time. This time I'm huffing. I huffed and I puffed and I didn't blow anyone in. Because that will be really light. And I'm going to press pretty hard on the last time. There, isn't that fun? Okay, so now I'm going to just move it back up to the top. And now we're going to stamp it in the Coastal Cabana. And I want to get, I just wiped off with my chamois, so I didn't get the Pretty Peacock on there. I want to line this up so it's right in between. So now I'm going to pick it up. It did ink. I didn't wash it off good enough. That's okay. This will cover it up. All right, now I'm inking it up in my Coastal Cabana. So I'm going to tap, tap, tap. And this is where it's nice with these big pads to have a little chamois that you can wipe off some of the extra color with. I just kind of spread it around. Press that down. Oh, I didn't get the inked up well enough. Let me do that again. This is another beautiful thing about the stamparatus. If you don't get it inked up well enough, it is perfectly placed. Shoot, and it did move over. Was that moved over before or after? It's where if you don't pay attention to that, you can get into trouble too. Because my paper moved a little. All right, I'm going to lift that up. Put it down to the second notch. And again, it's going to get gradually lighter. It was in dark, Coastal Cabana. Now it's lighter. Now in the third. You know, there's always something fun that happens when you're stamping live. All right. So that's kind of fun. When you don't re-ink it and you just keep stamping, you can have it perfectly straight and it's lined up for you. And that's called the hinge technique. If you want things to be just perfectly placed and lined up for you, you can use the hinges on your stamparatus. So that's a fun way to do that. And then you can add whatever else you want on there. Hey, Amy, did you just come on? You should watch the replay. There's something that I think you might want because it's half off. And it's only $4 now. Just saying. So just a note, happy birthday. That's a fun way to use your stamparatus for something simple. I didn't put this all the way down yet because I did want to show you, again, this is pretty basic, but I then matted my background. So sometimes I think we forget that we can use these cute, like there's a single note that has a heart on it and the cool treble clef that I used, that you can make a background with. But when I mat a piece this big, I do not want to, yes, you will, good. You're going to check it out. I don't like to waste the whole inside, so I actually cut out of my ornate frame dies a big frame out of that, so I will have a red frame to use. And then I'm just using pretty much the border of the red, so I'm not wasting. So I still like to conserve and save paper. So when I'm going to mat something, I often will cut something out of it because you're covering up that whole space. You don't need the whole piece of cardstock, right? In my mind, that's what I'm thinking. I don't want to waste anything. So I just wanted to show you that to prove to you that I do practice what I preach sometimes. And then with this, you could add just a cute, say somebody's had a bad week, and you know, right now during coronavirus, it's very potential that somebody had a bad week. I'm going to stamp in Whisper White the Forget Your Troubles. So in my Whisper White, I'm going to stamp it down here because I'm going to just punch it out. So if you have a punch of any shape, but I'm just going to use a circle punch. This is the 2-inch circle punch. Just got my scrap. And then you could put that right in the center there. And I'll pop it up with a dimensional. And Forget Your Troubles. There you go. Forget your troubles. Do 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 do. It's a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. I'm not sure why that song came into my mind. Isn't that pretty and cute? And that was really easy too. Just you stepped it up instead of being a totally one layer. I just matted that and I colored in the hearts with the blends. Now, if you wanted to step it up a little bit more, I was going to show you doing the same, using the same treble clef, but embossing. And like I said earlier, friends, if you like to emboss, watch out because a lot of the embossing powder is going to be retiring. And I can't tell you if it's all of it or not. I don't know. Okay. But the reason I think that maybe all of the embossing powder is going is because they're also retiring the embossing buddy, which is your friendly embossing buddy. Because it really is nice. It's like it's just got powder in there and it helps. You guys have seen me emboss before. It helps the embossing powder from sticking to the rest of the paper when you're embossing. So what I'm going to do is take my treble and I'm sticking it in my Versamark pad. And girls, today was so crazy too. I have no idea what I'm making for supper. I made a casserole last night. I forget what we did the other night. Before that, oh, we did pasta because I used some leftover hamburger because we'd made hamburgers the other night. Are you guys just done with being, I feel like I'm also the cafeteria lady now because the boys don't have school. I made breakfast for lunch today, so I made French toast for lunch today. I just want to have popcorn for dinner. But my husband's coming home, so I don't even know. What are some easy things I could throw together for dinner, guys? Anyone have any brilliant ideas? Okay, so I just stamped that all over in the Versamark, and I'm going to sprinkle over my copper embossing powder, which the copper, the white sparkles, the black sparkles, everything's retiring. Stephanie, you're having the same problem? You're supposed to help me. You're supposed to help me. Let's see, that got mostly coated. Want to make sure it's all good and covered. I got a little bit of a streak there. No. Oh no. My husband's already home. Guys, give me ideas. He's gonna ask. I know he's gonna ask, what's for supper? I don't know. Oh, how do you tell your hardworking husband you don't know what you're having for supper? That always scares me when I don't know. And guys, I've actually been really good. I hope you're laughing with me because I've been really good at meal planning. I really have. But he's leaving 1-800-PIZZA. Darn it. But it's his last night. He's leaving to go camping. And I was like, I can't do pizza on his, but maybe I can. Maybe I can. Stephanie, I think you might be onto something. All right, I'm going to invite you over with me to see the magic of the embossing powder melt because it's just so fun to see it melt. See how clean my windows are? Oh, Mr. John Stralnick Services. I highly recommend. He is a great guy and he does a super job. And he takes out all your screens. He washes the screens. It's pretty amazing. I'm cracking up. Well, good. All right, here we go. Melting time. See the magic? This one, I can't believe that they are retiring. Why would they retire embossing powder? It's amazing. I don't know. It kind of makes me sad. Now for this side. All right. Isn't that pretty? I started late. I haven't been going since 2:30. I started at 4. My husband kind of looked at me like, why are you still doing your lives? Because I normally start at 2:30. I didn't start till 4 today. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Those treble clefs and the gold or copper. The copper embossing powder that's retiring. Guys, I'm so sad that they're retiring the embossing powder. I don't know. It's just sinking in. Let's see. This is like a lighter pink, but I'm going to do the hearts. I'm going to color them in the Rococo Rose. It's a little bit brighter pink. But I like the idea of coloring in the hearts. Isn't that fun? Yeah, isn't that so fun? You could put that on pink paper. And this is where dressing up, again, man, friends, if you have not gotten yet the ornate dies, they are gorgeous. You can use them with any stamp set, and they just add a layer of fancy and dressed up really quickly. You just want a die brush that you can brush out of those little pieces. Isn't that pretty? Thanks, Stephanie. So make sure to look at your retiring list because a lot of this embossing powder is going. It's going to be gone. Again, that makes me really sad that they're retiring all that embossing powder. And I didn't even know that they were retiring that all before I planned this to actually use embossing powder on a card. But it's because I love it, guys. It's so pretty. It just adds an extra layer of professional. Isn't it so pretty? I love it. Okay, but this is the one just with stamped in black and then colored in red as a background. So I'm not going to finish this one again just for time. But you're going shopping tonight? You want to shop for me, Stephanie? Oh, you're gonna go shopping for Stampin' Up. You don't need to shop for me that. I was still thinking food here because I'm still worried about what am I going to do for dinner. But I might just do pizza. Stephanie, you're right. Okay, this is now my fanciest card. I was going to try to show you guys how to make this, but I'm going to try to just explain it again just for time purposes. So I took a normal piece of black, a half a piece of black, and you just, yeah, for Stampin' Up. Yes, you should shop tonight. In fact, you need to use those as code for your club anyhow. So, but yeah, check out the retiring list. So this is a normal half piece, but then the black piece, I actually also scored halfway through. So because this is 4 1/4, I scored it at 2 1/8, folded that in, and I added another layer of black, and I freehanded this, guys, just to look like a piano top. If you look at Pinterest, there's a few ideas like that. So it can still fold down, and you can still put it in an envelope and mail it just like normal. But you can also, I popped up the keys with dimensionals, so I just cut those out in little strips. I know, isn't that cute? And I just used my black Stampin' marker to just draw the lines. And I actually went over to my piano just to make sure I was right about the spaces and whatnot, to make it look like a little piano key. You're the music of my heart, so it looks like a little sheet of music. And it really didn't take a ton of time. And then on the inside, there's the piano and the notes. But yes, isn't that sweet? So again, another little easel card that somebody could stand up and kind of looks like a little piano. All right. I'm feeling a little giddy today, guys. Oh dear. Okay. Giddy too because I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the new catalog. It's so beautiful, guys. I can't wait till all of you can see the new catalog. But again, if you're a demonstrator, you can see it right now. It's on our demo site and it's so beautiful. So yes, I'm sad about some of the things retiring, but I'm so excited about some of the things coming. I can't wait for you to see it. It's exciting. Okay. So quick review on Music from the Heart. Very simple, one layer. You can do it easy. Yes, I'm telling you, I don't get out of the house enough. Stephanie, you think that's why I'm a little crazy? Stamps for backgrounds. Don't forget to do that. Pretty backgrounds. Forget your trebles. I love that. I showed you how to do this with the stamparatus. So perfect placement, stamp off, use the hinge to stamp down and stamp right in a line. Very fun. And then another easel card. So that is Music from the Heart, people. Peace out. I wish you all more luck than I have with planning for supper tonight. And hope that you all eat well and hope you're all staying sane because yeah, maybe you can tell I'm on the edge sometimes, some days of sanity. I just was not built to be cafeteria lady, teacher, housekeeper, referee, and all of that at once. It's been a little crazy, but we're going to make it, right, people? So thanks for stopping by. Check out that retired list, guys, for the spring catalog and the annual catalog. There are things on sale, so make sure you check out those sales. And I will put in the comments here and again the hostess code for this month. Thanks all for coming by. It was so good to visit you, even if it's just virtually. Stephanie, Amy, Chris, all of you who stopped by live, thank you. Talk to you later. Bye.